5-star Chien-Pao raids are still live in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and this is the best elephant-based build to get you easy wins both solo and online. Much in the vein of my Archaludon build, which I previously posted a video on, this build centers around spamming only one move. But before we get into the build, let's show an action replay of just how much damage this build does at the end stage of a raid. As you can see, that's a lot of damage, so let's take a look at this build to see how this cube-shaped elephant does it. The first thing that you'll notice is that our Tera type is Steel. This will help us get as much stab damage as possible out of the one move that we will be spamming. As we are only using one move, the held item that I went for is Metronome, which will increase the damage output every time it's used. Normally I'd recommend Shell Bell for passive heals, but due to the reduced threat of 5-star raids along with another key detail I'll explain later in the video, it gives us the perfect chance to play a little riskier and focus on doing the most damage at any given time. Moving on, I've opted for Copperaj's hidden ability Heavy Metal, which doubles his weight. This is essential for the one move that we will be using throughout this raid, and that move is Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam is a move that does greater base damage depending on how heavy your Pokemon is compared to the target Pokemon. And as Chien-Pao is only a measly 335 pounds, with Heavy Metal doubling our weight to a stonking 2,886 pounds, Heavy Slam will do the maximum base damage of 120 power. To ensure our nature doesn't let us down, we've opted for Adamant, which will provide a healthy boost to Copperaj's attack. And for your EV effort values, be sure to max out your attacks so your elephant can output the highest damage, and max out defense, putting the remaining EVs in HP for the best survivability against the physical attacking Chien-Pao. Now let's jump into this raid so you can see just how easy this strategy is. And while we're doing that, be sure to jump over to the like and subscribe buttons and give them a Heavy Slam too. We have a goal to hit 2,000 subscribers before the release of Legend ZA on October 16th, and every bit of support helps. Now back to the raid. As with all raids against a physical attacker, it is ideal to reroll the random NPCs to get at least one Intimidator, like the Staraptor I have here, but it's not essential. At first, it may appear like this build won't do a lot of damage, but just wait until you see how well it works when we have a few stacks of Metronome and our Terrestrialization online. For the first 3 turns, like with our Archaludon build, we will be move spamming to get our Terrestrialization up. In doing this, we'll also be building stacks with Metronome, which will help us do massive damage later in this raid. Now, if you do need to take a break from heavy slamming to pop a health cheer, you'll be glad to know that this doesn't break your Metronome streak. On a personal note, I know there will at least be a few people watching this video thinking, this isn't the best build. I have a one-shot Pokemon that can defeat this raid at half the time. In my opinion, best doesn't always mean the quickest, but rather the best is something I can get the most longevity out of. For me, especially as a streamer, I complete a great number of these raids, and due to this, if I have to use a Pokemon with an overly complicated setup process, this can lead me to becoming mentally drained very quickly. For me, this Copperaja build is as simple and easy as they come, and that allows me to complete more raids and receive greater rewards. Now that we have our Terrestrialization, wave goodbye to Chien-Pao Shield. Now when this happens, Chien-Pao will remove stat boosted abilities. For this turn while our ability is down, I would recommend doing a health cheer to heal up some of our damage, as with Heavy Metal temporarily being removed, Heavy Slam will not do maximum damage. And with that, we hit our final Heavy Slam, and that brings Chien-Pao to an end. If you like this build, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. As mentioned, we're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers before the release of Legend ZA, so your support would mean a lot to me. Drop a comment below giving your thoughts on this build, and I'll see you on the raiding battlefield.